In this video, we'll see how to register, install, and properly initialize the Aurora control library in a Xamarin-Forms application. And I've already created a new project to start with. The first thing we need to do is get our serial keys from the Aurora website. We'll navigate to auroracontrols.app, and once there, we'll click on the Purchase tab. Here we see 3 versions of the Aurora Controls library available. With Aurora Controls Premium, we get access to all of the controls plus premium support for bug fixes, feature requests, and troubleshooting. With premium support, your issues are expedited and handled directly with our support staff. Next is the Aurora Controls with standard support. Once again, you get access to all of the controls, but with standard support, you'll report your issues and feature requests to our public GitHub page. And finally, we have the Aurora Controls Lite Edition, which offers us just a few controls that allow us to get our feet wet with Aurora. Now, each of these licenses are bound to an application identifier and are good for use in one mobile application across all supported platforms. For this example, we're going to register for the Lite edition of Aurora, but the installation and key registration process are the same for both the standard and the premium versions as well. So we'll click Shop Now, and then we'll click Get It Now. Now, the Lite edition is free to use, but we still need to register our application in order to receive our serial keys. So we'll enter a first name, and a last name, and an email address. And it's a good idea to subscribe to the emails because we're constantly adding new controls and making improvements to existing controls. And these emails will keep us up to date on the latest changes in the library. So I'll click that and continue. Here we'll select each of the platforms we expect to use, and we'll click Continue. And if this looks okay, we'll click Continue. And now an email was sent to us containing our order information. But what we really need for our next step is this reference number right here. So let's copy it to our clipboard and click Get Serial Keys. Now this form is how we associate our new purchase with our application. We'll add our email address, and then we'll paste in our order ID that we copied from our previous view. If you didn't manage to copy the number from the previous view, you can go ahead and grab it from your email. Now the next step is to add our bundle identifiers from each of our platforms. Now just to keep things simple, I'm going to use the same bundle identifier for each application, but you can certainly use unique app identifiers for each platform if you wish. Now, before we click Submit, I want to provide fair warning. Once we do click Submit, our keys are generated. There is no automated system for regenerating our keys, so we'll have to contact support via email in order to generate new keys. So if everything looks right, go ahead and click Submit. And we see we have 3 keys generated, 1 for each platform. Now, since I used the exact same bundle identifier, our serial keys are all exactly the same, which makes life a little bit easier. Alright, so the next step is to add the NuGet packages to our application. So I'll head back over to Visual Studio, I'll right-click on my Forms app, and I'll select Add NuGet Packages. Once there, I'll search for Aurora Controls, and I'll select the Aurora Controls Lite package. Now the Aurora Controls Core package is for the standard and premium versions. This gives you all of the supported controls. We also have the Aurora Controls Experimental package, which is kind of like a beta package. It contains the controls that we're working on, and these controls aren't entirely supported because they may have some bugs in them. So I'll go ahead and select Add Package. The Aurora library uses Skia Sharp under the hood to draw all the controls, so we'll need to accept this license agreement. Now if you're on .NET Standard, you only need to install the NuGet package on your Forms application. If you're not using .NET Standard, you'll need to install the same package on both the iOS and Android projects. So now we just need to add our initialization code to each of our platforms. I've already got the initialization code in place in the app delegate. I just need to paste my serial key from the Aurora website. I'll go ahead and copy that, and I'll paste it in. Now we'll go ahead and do the same thing for our Android application. You can see I've already got the initialization code ready underneath our forms.init. I'll go ahead and copy the Android key and paste it in as well. Now the UWP process is exactly the same, but since I'm on a Mac, I can't show you the UWP process. But if we go to the Aurora docs, we can scroll down to the bottom and see that the initialization process is exactly the same. We just need to make sure that we've added our Aurora component loader with our UWP-specific serial key underneath Xamarin-Forms init. The last thing that we're going to need to do, make sure that we've got our namespace and add a control to our view. Now I've already added our namespace and control to the Forms project. I just simply added a Cupertino button with a couple of different colors for us to test. So I'll hit start. And you can see our Cupertino button has rendered as expected.